Hello students, today we will discuss about grade 10 chapter 1 periodic table, periodic properties and variation of properties part 2. In previous video we discussed about atomic size and we compared the cation size with its parent atom. In this video we discuss about anion, how anion is larger than the parent atom. Before that you have to know how you are getting anion. Example, fluorine atom. Atomic number of fluorine atom is 9. Fluorine is 9. Fluorine atom contains 9 protons and 9 electrons. After it gains 1 electron, it will become fluoride ion. Fluorine atom contains 9 protons and 9 electrons, but fluoride ion contains 9 protons and 10 electrons. Fluoride ion contains extra negative charge compared to its atom, so that it is indicated by F-, fluoride ion or anion. Next, chlorine atom and chloride ion. Chlorine atom has 17 electrons. Total charge of the chlorine atom is 0. Atom is always electrically neutral. Chloride ion. What about chloride ion? Chloride ion has 17 protons and 18 electrons. So, it has one extra unit of negative charge than the normal chlorine atom. Electronic configuration of chlorine atom is 2, 8, 7. As it is in need of 1 electron, it receives 1 electron. After it receives, it will become chloride ion. Electronic configuration of chloride ion is 2, 8, 8. Charge of the chloride ion is, total charge of the chloride ion is -1. Anion is larger than the parent atom. Chlorine ion bigger than the chlorine atom. An anion is a negatively charged species that has a 1 or more electrons than its parent atom. Chloride ion has more electrons than the normal chlorine atom, resulting in an increased repulsion among the electrons and a decrease in effective nuclear charge. As a result, the distance between the valence electrons and the nucleus is more in anions than its the parent atom. Hence, an anion is larger in radius than its parent atom. Next, we'll discuss about size of isoelectronic ions. What is actually isoelectronic ions? The ions which have same numbers of electrons are called isoelectronic ions. Example, you take Mg2 plus, Na plus, F minus, O2 minus. These ions have same numbers of electrons. Numbers of protons varies. Magnesium 2 plus. Atomic number of magnesium is 12. So it has 12 protons. But what about the electrons of Mg2 plus? Mg2 plus has same protons, but the numbers of electron will be 10 as it is lose 2 electron. What about Na plus? Sodium atomic number is 11. So Na plus is also has the same numbers of protons, that is 11 protons, but the electrons will be 10 as it is lost 1 electron. Next, fluoride ion. Atomic number of fluorine is 9. So fluoride ion also has 9 protons, but electrons will be more. As it is gained 1 electron, fluoride ion has 10 electrons. What about O2 minus, oxide ion? The numbers of electrons in oxide ion is 10 as it is gained 2 electrons. It has 2 electrons more than the normal. So numbers of protons of oxide ion is 8, but numbers of electrons will be 10. If it has same numbers of electrons, you have to consider about the nuclear charge. Positive ions that have more protons would be smaller. Example, aluminium, magnesium, aluminium 3 plus, magnesium 2 plus, Na plus, neon, fluoride ion, O2 minus, oxide ion, N3 minus. Aluminium 3 plus. Atomic number of aluminum is 13. The numbers of protons in aluminium 3 plus is 13. So aluminum has more numbers of protons. So it would be smaller. It would be smaller compared with the Mg2 plus, Na plus. What about the anions? Fluoride ion, oxide ion, nitride. The anion which has more negative charge will be larger. The anion which has less negative charge will be smaller. So F minus will be smaller than the O2 minus and N3 minus. Expected form of questions from the content. Which one of the following has the largest atomic radius? Sodium, potassium, magnesium, aluminium. The answer is potassium actually. Sodium, potassium, aluminium. When you check the numbers of shells, you will come to know potassium has more numbers of shells. So potassium atomic size will be larger. Arrange the following in order of increasing radii. First, Cl minus with Cl. So chloride ion and chlorine atom. The size of the anion is always greater than the parent atom. So finally the increasing order will be what? Chloride ion is greater than the chlorine atom. Next, Mg2 plus, Mg and Mg plus. Size of the cation is always smaller than the parent atom. So magnesium, the size of the magnesium atom is greater comparing with magnesium 2 plus and Mg plus. Now you have to compare Mg2 plus and Mg plus. If the positive charge is more, the size will be less. So Mg2 plus will be smaller than the Mg plus. So finally increasing order will be Mg2 plus is lesser than Mg plus is lesser than Mg. Next, sodium. So nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus. Nitrogen is greater in size compared to oxygen. Phosphorus is greater than nitrogen. Nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus. So nitrogen and phosphorus present in same group. When you move from top to bottom, numbers of shells increases. But in the same period, nitrogen and oxygen, when you move from left to right, size decreases. So phosphorus will be larger compared with the nitrogen. Nitrogen, size of the nitrogen is larger than the oxygen. So size of the oxygen is smaller than the nitrogen. Nitrogen size will be smaller than the phosphorus. Thank you so much. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.